actually zooms pretty cool right now. What? Just had to try it, guys. Just had to try it.
This video and all the equipment used has been sponsored by madmixtube.com, a creative, free space for you to upload your content today.
So I've been flying this drone and the Autel Evo for a while now. Both of them are half-inch sensor drones, not ideal for flying at night. You want to fly at night, ideally you should be flying something like this with a 1-inch sensor or the Mavic 2 Pro. Definitely better choices for night flying. Long story short, I've been flying this and the Evo at night, both drones, a lot recently, and I figured I'd take them both to the same location and test them out and see which one looks better at night. So just to run through the setting, 4K 24 frames a second. I'm looking for the brightest. Everything here is pretty stock, no color, just simple and basic. White balance 4000, because when I go above 4000 it seems to get really yellowy, so I just set it at 4000. That looks good for my eyes, and that's it. So let's go ahead and hit record. This place is well lit, so you know, naturally this is what's expected. We're gonna go up to the max, which is 400. Alright, I'm gonna stop. About half an hour. Now I think I need to adjust my white balance here, because definitely it is too yellowy. Still looks very yellow over there, but even if I go all the way here, there's nothing. Not bad. Starting to get rid of some of that yellow. Oh well, let's not judge the white balance too much. I have to play with this drone some more, get used to it. Let's just take it for a round and see how it flies. Let's go up. We're at 326. Last one we were at 400. This drone climbs, boy. I mean, okay, I'm a little too high. Alright. Okay, let's hit record. Yeah, flying this in a DJI is completely different. These sticks have a little bit more travel. They're a little longer. Did I mention the remote's a little bit more noisier, and the field of view is probably a little bit wider, I would say, on this one. But both drones are very comparable. Of course, this one doesn't have the zoom, but hey, $1,000 versus $1250, $250 worth of zoom for you. They both look very good at night. Every time I fly this drone, I like it more and more. For some reason, and that's just me, I rather fly this over the Mavic 2 zoom, unless I want to zoom, of course. Now I'm going to go into color, and I'm going to switch it over to log, and that's about it. Now look how bright this gets in log mode. This is a true log profile. This is not a decent alike. This is a 100% real log profile. Like when you go to the computer to edit, this is a true log, and this is so cool. Now what I like about the log profiles, you can see more things like obstacles sticking up and stuff like that when you're flying at night. It's interesting to see how this edits compared to the Mavic 2 zoom in decent alike. But I'm just gonna take it for a spin right here, pass through, try to get some details like the roads and stuff so we can compare it. This I'm pretty excited about. We'll change the color to decent alike. This doesn't have D-Log, but it has decent alike. Decent alike is like the closest you'll get to D-Log or to a log profile. And with this, you're supposed to get more dynamic range, and you can get a lot more details out of this when you add your own color and modify it and stuff like that. So let's just hit record and give it a shot. So we're in decent light. I'm just gonna take a stroll down. See what I'm saying? Don't want to get too close to these buildings. I definitely want a nice view. Few quick things that I want to share before I end this video. My thoughts on the night footage between the Evo and the Mavic 2 Zoom. I prefer the Autel Evo's footage. For my eyes, I just think it's a lot more appealing. The log profile gives you the flexibility to do a lot more because it just captures that much more detail. And it's just, when it comes to the camera quality between both drones, and this is day or night, the Autel Evo is just superior in that respect. The camera is, it's just better than the Mavic 2 Zoom. However, the Mavic 2 Zoom is still a great drone. It has more flight time than the Autel Evo, and it has the zoomability, which gives you a lot of new crafty shots that you can get with different fields of view that other drones just don't offer. For me, if I had a choice to fly either one at night, I'm definitely grabbing the Autel Evo, just because to me the footage looks better. And if you're not experienced, you might not notice much of a difference, or you might think it's not much of a difference. That's fine, but to my trained eyes, I definitely have my own preferences, and that's why I will go with the Autel over the Mavic 2 Zoom. And honestly, that's day or night, not only because the Evo does 60 frames a second while the Mavic can only do 30 frames a second, and the DJI just released a really tiny camera on the Osmo Pocket that can actually do 60 frames a second, and that means that there's a firmware that I'm sure they can unlock these zooms to do 60 frames a second. But I don't want to get into that. It's locked up for whatever reasons, for sales, marketing, whatever. The next drone coming out, who knows? That's another topic for another day. It's not just because of the 60 frames a second with the Autel Evo that I prefer it. It's just that the camera quality is just better day or night. With that being said, I'd just like to mention that the Autel Evo is on sale pretty much everywhere now. Whether you go on Amazon, where you might pay $1,000 or just a little over $1,000, and the Autel Evo right now, you can get it with 3 batteries on Amazon. I've seen it with 2 bags, 2 SD cards. For me, I believe that the value is absolutely amazing for that drone. I'm even thinking about picking up one for myself personally, just because I want to support the company in the hope that they release a 1-inch sensor portable drone next year. That's my hopes. But both great drones. If you really need that zoom feature, then you'll have to shell out $1,250, and then of course another 300 and something for the Fly More combo with the Mavic 2 Zoom. That could put you anywhere around $1,500-$1,600, or you can just shell out $1,000 or a little shy over $1,000, get yourself the Autel Evo. Phenomenal drone. The battery does not last quite as long as the Mavic 2 Zoom, but it does get the job done. The transmission is not as good as the Mavic 2 Zoom, but it's definitely good enough to get the job done. Much better than any Wi-Fi drone out there. Guys, with that being said, this is my last video for the year. I want to wish you guys a happy new year, happy and prosperous new year, and I hope that all your ventures for 2019 become very successful. So it's been a pleasure, guys. 2018 has been great. I had a great time with the Mavic Air series and that giveaway, and who knows what's in store for 2019. Just haven't decided yet, but I'm so looking forward to 2019. Have a happy new year, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next year.
Be sure to check out autonomousdroneservices.com for all your aerial professional drone needs.